as Shane Taylor makes his way out onto the track.
Right, let's give you the results then.
Car treble 2, just getting the all clear to go out trackside, but here he is. And that will make 17 cars again out onto track for this, the second heat of the afternoon here at Hednesford. It's Miss Penelope pit stop 44, Cara Boyd out there on the front row with the good guy 31, Steve Gooding, alongside. To the turn of turns 1 and 2, we can see that 265 Ray Harding is back out. Now Ray retired from heat number 1 just as he was about to take the lead, as the battery lead came loose, so loss of power, and he came to a sudden stop, which fortunately he didn't suffer too badly from. They brought the yellows out quite quickly and safely. And we can see that Dave Stevens is alongside. He retired from heat number 1 through the loss of one cylinder. I think it was just firing on 3 cylinders, so he pulled off. John Bowring, well, he was a finisher in heat number 1 with the 6th place. And then onto the turn, we can see number 121, the A grader, Charlie Chambry, the Italian stallion. Starmen towards the back with 911, Harry Stewart, 924, the Right Stuff, that's Stuart Wright. The Prince of Pop is there, that's 333 Lee Wood, and Deadly Daz Owen in car number 8. 45, the Karting Kid, and that's Craig Boyd, and 210, the Music Man, Huey Weaver, as we go about to start on the installation laps. And 198, Donut, Andy Donut Stewart is there. Number 20, Dave Fry, the Silver Fox. Brett is next, the Scotsman. That's 232 Brett's then. Hockey Rocket, which is 257, Andrew Willis, is Austin A30. He reports to me that it does indeed get very hot in that car with the 2 litre power, extolling all that amount of power that it has in such a small little car. And we have treble 2, the Outlaw, Shane Taylor. You think, well, why is he nicknamed the Outlaw? Well, there was a very famous novel written just after the Second World War about an outlaw named Shane. Well, here we are, that's the connection there. 2 bright yellow cars towards the back, not the only bright yellow cars out on track, as the third one is number 20, the Silver Fox, Dave Fry. So there we are. Dave himself, of course, came in 4th place in heat number 1, and it was about time that Dave had a return to fortune, having changed the cross-flow power back to Pinto, and he seems to have a better return to reliability. So the pace car sets them away on this, the rolling lap start for heat number 2. Ray Harding was indeed going very well in the early stages of that initial race, so hopefully everything will stay together for this one. Look out for Harry Stewart, of course, 911. Number 8, Darren Owen right behind him, 333 Lee Wood. Let's hope that Lee's got the car handling that little bit better. He was looking to get away with any damage in the first race. And away we go. Stuart Wright with a slow start. First lap with 265 Ray Harding right behind him. 101 John Bowring and 166 Dave Stevens. There you go by the 44 car of Cara Boyd. Here comes Harry Stewart now, 911 down the back straight. Suddenly they flying all red machine. And 121 Charlie Chambry is spun. The rest of the traffic pour on through. There's 210 Huey Weaver. Down early on the taking the wide outside line, looking to try and get past number 20 Dave Fry. Here's Daz Owen, the winner of heat number 1. On his own at the moment, doing his best to chase Stanley bring out the yellow somewhat belatedly, I feel, but they were probably judging as to whether 121 Charlie Shembry could have got that car going under its own power, but it was still there in a very exposed position. So fortunately and thankfully they brought out the yellows and to get Charlie out from that exposed position right on the apex of turns 1 and 2. So as Charlie is brought to the safety of the infield, being pushed by the truck, you can see that Gooding still holds that slender advantage, and good on the man in the Avenger. It seems to have really begun to click with that white and blue car since Ipswich, and he's going a lot better than he ever did do before. Ray Hardy right behind him as we go to green. Jonah Browning 101 looking for an early start, looking on the inside line of Ray. And in the bright sunlight, it's the trio of Angliers now once again trying to get the better of the Avenger of 31 Steve Gooding. Number 8 Darren Owen in close attendance, then comes 198 Andy Donut Stewart. 66 Dave Stevens, 924 Stu Wright, number 20 Dave Fry. We look ahead for the battle that's ensuing, and here comes 911 Harry Stewart on an absolute flyer. And he's clear over his nearest rival, number 8 Darren Owen now, as they try and get through the pack. 31 Steve Gooding will probably keep his line to Harry Stewart's advantage. And Darren Owen really has got a lot to contend with now in this race, having to get past 31 with number 198 Andy Stewart right behind him. This will allow Harry to get further away. Number 8 Darren Owen in second, then comes 198 Andy Donut Stewart in third. 265 Ray Harding still in a close battle with 101 John Bowring. It's getting very, very hot indeed out there. Lee Wood is a retiree to the infield. 166 Steve Stevens with problems, so we look at 222 Shane Taylor towards the back of the field. So we pan across through. It's very, very tightly packed race. This is a good race in heat number 2 with Ray Harding now getting the outside line, just about 31 Steve Gooding. Takes a very wide line indeed, with Jonah Bowring in hot contention as well. The rest of the pack come through. Meanwhile, the leader, 911 Harry Stewart, has passed the back marker 257 Andrew Willis, and he's away clear from number 8 Darren Owen and 198 Andy Stewart. The right battle is raging right behind 265 Ray Harding. The little green monster in 4th place, just keeping ahead of the chasing pack, and it looks like that's the Music Man 210 Huey Weaver making a challenge now on Ray. Great battle towards the tail end of the field at the moment, as everybody looks to try and get past 31 Steve Gooding, who went so well early on in the race. Here comes Ray and Huey. Huey using his tight inside line, handling well. Back again before we look to the leader. And there he is, having lap 44 Cara Boy with number 8 Darren Owen in second, clear from 198 Andy Donut Stewart third. And in 4th place 210 Huey Weaver, 265 Ray Harding and 924 Stuart Wright. Then we have number 20 Dave Fry in 7th, 45 Craig Boyd in 8th. Is through again. Then comes Deadly Dash, Donut, and the Music Man, Little Green Monster, and the Right Stuff. Andrew Willis wisely going wide in his little 830 as the rest of the pack comes through. The checkered flag has indeed gone. this time the roles have been reversed, and Harry Stewart, the driver of car 911, this time did enough to keep ahead of number 8 Darren Owen in second place, and they were handsomely clear from 198 Andy Stewart in third, 210 Huey Weaver in fourth, and an excellent fifth place to 265 Ray Harding. Then we had 924 Stuart Wright in sixth, 45 Craig Boyd in seventh, 222 Shane Taylor 8th, number 20 Dave Fry 9th, and 31 Steve Gooding I think was in 10th. But we'll get the confirmed results to you, but that was heat number 2 brought to you by Classic Hot Rod TV.